Okay guys, welcome back. So this time we are completing the square. Okay, completing the square is done by the following procedure. So first of all I'll explain the procedure and then I'll explain how it works. So if you've got an expression here, x squared plus 6x, and what you do is put x in brackets squared, you halve the coefficient of x, which is 3, and then it's minus the number here, which is 3 squared, and 3 squared is 9. Now how this works is this. So if we expand this bracket here, x plus 3 squared, I'll do this in a different colour, I'll do this in red. We get x times x, which is x squared, 3 times x, which is 3x, x times 3, which is another 3x, and 3 times 3, which is 9. And don't forget the minus 9 over here. Let me just move this slightly this way. So don't forget the minus 9, which is over here. You also need to add that on as well. So we have simplified x squared, 3x plus 3x is 6x, and 9 minus 9 is 0. So that proves just there how it works. When you complete the square, we'll come back to the beginning. It's the following procedure. It's done. So you put x in brackets squared, and the number next to x is half of the coefficient of x, and it's minus that number squared, which is 9. Okay. So we'll do a different example now. So this time we will do an example which involves a negative coefficient of x. So let's do x squared minus 10x. Okay, it's the same procedure. So in my brackets is x something squared, and that something is half of 10, which is minus 5. Okay, now here is a slightly tricky bit. It is minus 5 squared. So minus 5 squared. So minus 5 squared is 25. So that's minus 25. I'm going to explain why this works in a minute, why it's still a minus and not a plus. If we expand this bracket here, so x minus 5 squared, I've just rewritten this like that. So x times x is x squared, x times minus 5, minus 5x, minus 5 times x, minus 5x, minus 5 times minus 5 is positive 25, and then, let's move the camera this way again, we've got another negative 25 here. So that is why, if I just simplify this, we have x squared minus 10x, and 25 minus 25 is 0. So we're back to where we started. So just note here that this number is negative. Okay, it's always going to be negative, because if you look inside your bracket, if it was a plus 25, or a plus 5, sorry, 5 squared is 25, but also negative 5 squared is 25 too. So this number on the outside of the bracket after you complete the square is always going to be negative. Okay, we'll do one more example, but this time we'll have a coefficient of x squared. So let's go for 2x squared plus 16x. Okay, So here, what you would do is look at the coefficient of x squared and the coefficient of x, and you would factor out a common factor of 2 and 16, which is 2, x squared in your bracket, and 8x as well. Okay, so because 2 times x squared is 2x squared, 2 times 8x is 16x, and then you would complete the square of this. So don't forget your 2. You might want a square bracket here, set up an extra bracket because you're going to have another set here. So I'd set up a square bracket, and here you have x, obviously, x something squared, half 8, which is 4, and then take away 4 squared, which is 16. So you've completed the square there of the expression in the bracket there. Okay, hope that's useful.